This conference will now be recorded.
Bonjour and good morning, everyone. I think Megha and Nidhi have to join yet. So we'll get started till then. Yeah, let Nidhi and Megha join in later on. We'll start today. We'll just get started. And just to revise what we did in the last classes is we have seen the basic vocabulary in French, and then some grammar topics, dates, months, and stuff. And then we went on to do a tense, that is a present tense. In the present tense, we have seen ER verbs, IR verbs, and RE verbs. And after that, we did pronouns, adjectives, and then we saw future tense. In future tense, we add the ending to an infinitive verb that we have seen. And after that, we saw the most important and the most complex, that is past tense. In the past tense, you have two types of conjugation. One is done with être, one is done with avoir. Être is to be, avoir is to have. The être verb is only for 14 verbs and their derivatives and reflexive verb. Reflexive verbs are also called as pronominal verbs. And today we'll be looking at one more important tense, that is passé récent, that is recent past. When do we call a sentence in recent past? Is when an action has been performed or an action has been taken or an action have been initiated in the past and the action is just finished before speaking, that is the moment of speaking. So that means both of the things have already happened in the past. So something which has started in the past and which has ended in the past, or something which has started and just finished. So all of these tenses are part of recent past. Recent past is passé récent. Recent past is passé récent. Just a second. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we were discussing passé récent. Recent past is something which is started and ended in the past. Okay, so in French, we use it. The conjugation is a very simple one, not like what we did in passé composé. It doesn't have a lot of exceptions. It's a very straightforward and easy way to conjugate the sentence when they are in passé récent. So as the definition goes, we use the passé récent to speak about an action that has been completed shortly before the moment of speaking. Sentences like, I just finished my homework. When he called, I had already left. And when she entered, I already spoke to him. So these type of sentence are part of passé récent. So if you closely observe when you're speaking something which has happened in the past is generally a past tense. But when it comes under passé récent is when you have just finished that action. So to compare it with the English, if I think most of you are like aware with that English conjugation. In English, you have a present perfect tense. That is, you use I had called him, I had finished it, I had spoke about it. When my mom entered, I I had already finished my homework. So these are the things that you use in had conjugation. That is, in French, in English, you have that with present perfect tense. But in French, you have this tense as a passé récent, recent past. Okay. So when you conjugate this sentence or construct this passé récent, you conjugate with the venir conjugation. This is really important. Venir is to come. So venir conjugation, and then you have a preposition that is de, and then you have an infinitive verb here, which is actually conjugated in passé récent. So here the example is je viens de louper le train. Je viens de. If you see here, this is the conjugation of the verb venir. Venir is to come, and this is conjugated in present tense. The conjugation is a venir conjugation, and it is in present tense. And then you have something called the preposition, that is de. De is generally, it means off. De is off. And then you have the actual verb which is conjugated in past tense, passé récent, sorry. It is louper le train. That is, I just missed the train. Vient de louper le train is an object here. Whenever you have venir conjugation and de, that means it is in passé récent. It is not in present tense, it is in passé récent. So, je viens de louper le train is I just missed the train. One thing here you have to remember is you cannot compare each and every letter from English to French, because you cannot do a literal translation or a very direct word-to-word translation. And that is where Google goes it wrong, because they do it word by word translation. So just they look at one word and translate the verb and they move on. But at times the word to word translation doesn't work. Here, if you go by the meaning, it says, I come off to miss the train. I come off to miss the train is, it doesn't make any sense in English. But in French, it is je viens de louper le train is I just missed the train. It is I just. Louper is the verb actually which is conjugated as passé récent. We look at another one. Le train vient de partir. Here vient is for third person singular. Le train vient de partir, had just left, and then we devons entendre le prochain. The train had just left. We got to wait for the next. Prochain is next. Prochain is next. Okay, everyone clear with this? Prochain is next. Passez récent. Wait.
Sorry, Rahul.
Yeah.
Does venir come in all the recent past sentences?
Yes, all the recent part sentences. So that like in passé composé, we had the verb avoir, which is no matter which verb you are conjugating, avoir verb is there. But here the venir verb is there because the venir verb is to conjugate a sentence in passé récent. So that has to be there, and the de has to be there. Okay. Yeah, we're doing more examples. So with this, we'll move on to the next slide. You'll have a lot of examples. We'll have a lot of exercises. So uh, just stay there. We'll learn it. So here the next one is je suis sorti hier. So if you see this, it is je suis sorti hier. That is, I had left yesterday. But when you're speaking in passé récent, you would say je viens de sortir il y a une minute. That is, I just left. It's 1 minute. So here it is je viens de sortir il y a une minute. So in the past, when you say, you use it with the avoir or être conjugation. Here, because the verb is sortir, that is to exit, it is part of the 14 verbs which are conjugated with être. That's why you have je suis here. So je suis sortir hier, yesterday. I had left yesterday, but I just left. It is 1 minute, or it's 1 minute ago, I just left. So remember, passé récent is widely used in oral communication. When you say something which has just happened or just finished. In French, in oral French, you use this a lot. And there are a lot of other places also that we use, but in oral, we use it a lot. So here the golden rule that you have to remember is you have to conjugate the sentence with the present form of venir. That depends on the person. Here if it is je, it is vient. If it is nous, it is venons. We'll see that also. And then you have this preposition de, that is of, and the infinitive. Remember, infinitive is something, here it is the infinitive verb, which is actually to be conjugated. And if you see here, sortir, the verb is written in the infinitive form. It is not like here. Here you're putting the past participle of the verb, which is not same as a infinitive verb. But here it is directly the infinitive verb. This is something similar that we saw in future tense. Future tense, maybe what we were doing is we were adding the infinitive verb and then we were putting the ending to the infinitive verb directly. We'll look at all of these in the coming slides. So I hope this is clear. The golden rule is the present form of the venir plus de, preposition, and then the infinitive verb. Okay. So here example is dir. Dir is a verb. It's an infinitive verb. That is to say. Dir is to say. And for first person, when you say I just said, it is je viens de dire. Here if you see, that is the infinitive form of the verb. Here it is infinitive form of the verb. This is also infinitive. And the only thing that is changing is this. That is the venir conjugation. The venir conjugation. This is part of the venir conjugation. Right? Okay, so for first person it is je, vient, the, dir. This everything remains same. Tu is you, tu, vient, the, dir. Il is he, elle is she. Il vient, the, dir. Nous venons. This we have already seen in the present tense. I go, you go, he, she go. This is on is one goes, we goes, you goes, and they goes. So je viens de dire, tu viens de dire, nous venons de dire, vous venez de dire, ils venons de dire. So here the conjugation for nous is venons, vous is venez, ils and elles is viens, venons, venons. Okay. So this is the conjugation, the remains same, and this is the infinitive form of the verb. Some more example is je viens de voir Lucy. Just now we saw je viens de dire, that means I just said. Here it is I just saw. Voir is the verb. Voir is the verb to see. Voir is the verb to see. So that is je viens de voir Lucy. That is I just saw Lucy. Je viens de arriver. Arriver is the verb to arrive. Since it is starting with a vowel, de becomes the apostrophe. And for third person, il, it is vn, sst, if you saw just now, sst, ons, ez, and ent. He just arrived. Il vient d'arriver. Here we are combining these two verbs, and that's why in the pronunciation it is not il vient d'arriver, it is il vient d'arriver. This d'arriver is combined and becoming one word because there is a collision of vowel and we have removed that and placed the apostrophe, so this becomes one. And the last one is nous venons de préparer le repas. So can someone quickly tell me what is repas here? What is a repas? Yes, Mega, it's, yeah, you're right, it's a meal. Repas is a meal. So nous venons de préparer le repas is we just prepared the meal. Repas is a meal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The next one is can you quickly give me the meanings of this verbs, please? Je viens de partir. Here what we have done is we have kept the persons in the correct order. We have put the venir conjugation in the correct order. D remains same. All we are doing is changing the verbs here. So can you quickly tell me the first one? Yes, Aisha, you're correct. It is je viens de partir is I just left. It is not we, it is I. I just left. What is this? Tu viens de partir, prendre. Prendre is to take, yes. So tu viens de prendre is you. Yes, you just took the decision to attend the class. Yes, the third one is il vient de parler. Yes, you just took. Yes, Amrin, you're right. You just spoke. Yes, he just spoke actually. Yeah, it is il vient de parler is he just spoke. The next one is elle vient de rentrer. This one, rentrer. So there are little network issues at Mega's end, so she keeps on leaving and she keeps on re-entering the class. So yes, so the sentence would be she just re-entered. Elle viennent de rentrer. She just re-entered. So she left and a minute ago she re-entered. So here elle is she. Instead of this, I can use a name also. In this case, we are using Megha. Megha vient de rentrer. She just re-entered. Nous is nous vient d'arriver. We just arrived. Here the reason it is D apostrophe because the verb is starting with a vowel. So this you have to remember. And if one vowel, any vowel is starting with verb is starting with a vowel, all of this becomes D apostrophe because the infinitive verb is not changing. So it says we just arrived. Next one, vous vient de travailler. Are you sure travailler is to work or travel? Megha, travailler is to work, voyager is to travel. Voyager, again I am repeating because these are two very, travailler looks like travel, but it is to work. Voyager is to work. Sorry, is to travel actually. Travailler is to work. Next one, il vient de dormir. Yes. Aisha, again problem, it is they. You will have to look at every word here. They just slept. And this one, il vient de manger. Il vient de manger. It is not she, it is again they. Yes. They just ate. So in this way, if you see, this conjugation is same irrespective of the verb and depending on the person. So this depends on the person here and this depends on the verb here. So in case it is a regular verb, it is de. If it's a verb, it is starting with a vowel, it is d apostrophe. Okay. So here the most important thing is you have to remember this conjugation. So it is vient with the s, with the s, with the t, and then for no it is ons, venon, venons, and then only for these two the spelling is changing, no and vo, venon and vene, and then again for this is the same vn with the double n and ent. Okay, so is it clear the passé récent? Everyone, Nidhi, Megha, Aisha. So are you ready for a quick exercise? Yeah. Okay. So there are some examples here. I think you have that in English also. So you just have to give me the venir conjugation. The venir conjugation. If you remember, the rule is venir conjugation plus it's venir conjugation plus de plus infinitive verb. But here the infinitive verb, the de is already given. So you just have to give me the conjugation for venir here. So this is just a simple one, and the next exercise will be a little difficult. So can you give me the meaning, like the conjugation for the first one? Mes amis are my friends. Dash de partir. Yes, Sajina, you're right. It is third person plural. Mes amis. If it is I, it is first person. If it is you, it is second person. If it is he or she, it is third person. And we become first person plural. You become second person plural. And they becomes third person plural. So this is third person plural. Mes amis is my friends. And then this one, est-ce que tu dash de me appeler? Sorry. Yes. Yes. Perfect. It is VIENS. Now, can you tell me why there is an M apostrophe here? I need the exact reason, like why there is a M apostrophe there. Me conjugated with vowel verb. So no, I'm asking, I know that me is instead of me, since the verb is starting with a vowel, you have M apostrophe. But the reason I'm asking is why in first place the me is there. Generally, this you should be asking me because generally, as you said, Rahul, the format is there should be person, there should be venir verb, there should be de, and then there should be an infinitive verb. So this is the general rule for a passerism. But here, after de, you have m apostrophe. Why is there m apostrophe? So Nidhi says it's a reflexive verb. Yes. Sashina says it's a reflexive verb. Aisha says it's a pronoun. Amreen says it's a reflexive verb. So three of them told me that it's a reflexive verb. Nidhi said ma parle, that means it's a reflexive verb, right? So it is not a reflexive verb because if you see here, the person is, who is the person? Q. If that would have been a reflexive verb, it would have been Q dash the and then the aple, because it is agreeing with the person here. And Aisha, you said it correct, it's a pronoun. When you say you call me is a pronoun here. And when you call yourself, that becomes a reflexive. Are you getting the difference? Okay, Sajina says yes, Nidhi says no. Nidhi, remember, yes, Nidhi, remember here, if you see the one which is highlighted here, M apostrophe, I asked why there is a M apostrophe. So most of them, just because they know reflexive rule, they just said that it's a reflexive verb. But when M apostrophe comes is when the person is only je. If it is je, that is I, then M apostrophe comes. If it is tu, then it should be T apostrophe. Right or no, Nidhi? So if there is a reflexive verb, ideally, yes. Ideally, it should be tutapel, but it is a M apostrophe. That is, if you read it with the go, it is esker, is that you had called ma aple. The verb, if you remember, pronoun comes before the verb. So it is take coming here is esker, wu, q, we and the ma apple. If you see here, the translation is also given is that you just called me. Me is what here in English? What is me here? You just called me. If some of you called me, I would instead, yes, it's a pronoun. Instead of my name, I call myself me. You pay me, you give me, you talk to me. I never say you talk to Rahul, you give to Rahul, you speak to Rahul, stuff like that. And the reason we are not using it because we cannot repeat the noun again and again. We use a pronoun, and the pronoun for I, that is me, for a person whose self is me. When I say you, I say you. You give it to her, you talk to her, you call her. Okay? But this is a pronoun and not a reflexive verb. Yeah. I know it was confusing. That's the reason I asked you. Okay. Next one. Christian the dash the apron un bon nouvelle. Quickly. Yes. The apprendre, apprendre, prendre is to take, apprendre is to learn. Yes, she had just learned a beau nouvelle. A is a bon. What is bon? Good. But what is this bon? Bon. Bon is also good. Bon is also good depending on masculine and feminine. Nouvelle here is a news. Nouvelle have two meaning. It is also new and it is also news. Sorry. Nouvelle and news. Bon nouvelle. Like in English also you have, if you say N-E-W, it is new. When you say N-E-W-S, it's a news. The same with this. Nouvelle is both new. Sorry, it is the feminine form of bon is bon, B-O-N-N-E. So nouvelle is both news and new, naya or khabar. It's like both news and new. Okay, next one. Vous dash de rater le train. Venez, yes, venez. And here the one more word which we saw before this was louper. Louper is a synonym of rater. Rater is a synonym. Both of them same. You just missed. Next one. Je dash ma voir. Je dash de voir ma professeur dans la rue. Viens. Yes, I just saw my professor in the. So can you give me the synonyms of rue, please? The street, anything that you remember. I gave 3 or 4 if you remember. Le rue is a street. I gave a synonym, I guess. I can recollect it giving it, but if anyone gives me a synonym of rue, street. No, I didn't give, I think. Okay, we'll move on. We'll come back again with the synonym. Les fil dash de commencer à faire le gâteau. Gâteau here is a cake. Gâteau is a cake. Yes, we know. Since they are plural form of girls. The girls dash Vien de commencer is Veno de commencer had just started to make the cake. Can anyone give me the plural form of cake here? Gâteau. Can anyone give me a plural form of gâteau? Plural form. Sajina, I think you made a mistake with the spelling, but you were correct. Amreen, you're also correct. Aisha, since the word is ending with U, you cannot add an extra S, you should add an extra X for a plural form. Okay? Aisha, you have to add an extra X. Yeah. Megha, Amreen, Sajina, you're correct. The next one is no dash the termine, not devour. No dash the termine, not devour. Veno, correct. And what is nos here? What part of grammar is this? Nos. NOS. Negative? No. Definitely not. No and pa are negative words. What is nos here? Yes. Perfect, Sajina. It's adjective possessive. Our. It's an adjective possessive. Our. So there are only two adjective possessive that come in place of nu, that is notre and nos. Notre is for masculine, singular or plural. Sorry, masculine or feminine singular. NOS is for plural, right? We are also trying to revise when we are moving forward. This is taking me a little time, so just bear with me, and then we will. That's why we are spending more time on this. And yeah, that's why we're going a little slow. Okay, so now here we'll go a little fast. You'll have to give me both the things. The first thing is the venir conjugation, and the second thing is the verb. Okay, so for the first one, can anyone give me the whole passé récent sentence, which should come in the blank? Which should come in the blank. Sorry. I made a mistake here. No. Here, the sentence is in present tense. In the last, we have given the tense. So here, the sentence is in present tense. So before coming to this slide, what I want you guys to do is we'll look at the tenses again, which is there in the next slide, and then we'll come back to this slide. Okay, this is for passé récent only. So I think this you should be able to give me the meaning. Like this, the whole sentence, the whole 1 to 12 are in passé récent. So the first one is je dash a beau film. I dash this beautiful film. So what would be the answer? Yes, Vian the war. I just saw this beautiful film. That is, you have to give me the whole word. Vian the war. Can you do the next one, please? Anyone? Next one. You just have the infinitive verb is already given there, so you just have to add the venir conjugation, and that's it. The sorted remains same. The next one, it's like the fastest finger first. Faster. Yes. Next one is nu. The third one is nu. So we'll also look at the meaning of that. Is the first one was I just saw a good film. The next one is il dash is he just left de la salle du sport. Now, can anyone tell me what is salle? Can anyone tell me what is salle? Yes, salle is a room. So here it says he just he left the sports room. Salle du sport is room of sports. That is a sports room. Next one, no dash termine l'exam final. That is, we just terminated the final exam. So if you remember, for guys who are coming for the first time or who are attending for the first time, Shobit and Vasu, this one is for you. If you closely see, if you remember this we and then the exam final, which is very similar to what you have in English. Sport is same, film is same, affairs is same, rapidement is rapidly, and parent is parents, T is they, professor is professor, parents and parents, écrivain is a writer, lire is it's a lesson is a lesson. So terminer is to terminate. So the point here is 50% of the verbs, that vocabulary that you built to frame a sentence, are already that ones which you have already learned. So if you see this word, it is jardin. How closely, like which word that in English which closely relates to I want any one of these two guys, like Vasu or Shobit, to reply to this. Jardin is very closely related to any word that comes to your mind in English when you look at this word. Jardin. Only for you two. Can you quickly type in anything, random thing that comes to your mind, which you know in English? Jardin. One could be jargon. Jargon. What could be another word? You can type in, there is a chatbot section on the right hand side. Jordan, no, it's not a place. Generally, if it would have been a place, the name, the spelling is same, even in English or French. Uh, Shobit, can you try? Okay, now I'll translate the sentence, then it will be clear. Mes parents is my parents. Se dirige, that's a reflexive verb. Dirige is to go. Towards is where. Le jardin is a garden. Jardin is a garden. So if you see jardin, garden. So the spellings are kind of similar, if not one or two letters here or there. So this won't take as much as your time because you have already learned English. You know English. It'll be easy for you to pick up these words, and you can slowly and at a rapid pace you can increase your vocabulary. That is, you by default know a lot of verbs which are either from because you've learned English before. These verbs have been taken from French. French civilization is little older than the English, so a lot of these words in English that you use on a day-to-day basis are actually of French origin. Now when you're looking at these words in French, you would think it's closely related to English. So the one here is explique. I need not say anything. Explique is similar to explain, right? Just a second, hold on. Yeah, sorry. So explique is something we have already learned here, and here explique is to explain. The professor explains the novel lesson. Okay, so we'll come back to the one which we left is here. It is nous dash terminer l'examen. Is nous venons de terminer les exams. We just finished the final exam. The next one is what is this? Tu dash ranger rapidement tes affaires. So yeah, can you give me the answer, anyone? Yes, tu viens the Amreen, you missed the. If you do it like if you don't write the sentence changes from a passé récent to a present tense. Okay, the is really important here. So the sentence changes from passé récent to a present tense. So it is correct, is viens the ranger. That is, you have to arrange or set right. Rapidement is, if you know, if you remember, I said wherever the verb which is ending with ment, by default you add ly. Yes, rapid is fast, rapidement is fastly, or rapidly. Tes is again an adjective, possessive. Your affairs is your stuff. You please arrange quickly your room or your stuff or your desk, whatever it is. And next one is vous dash prendre le déjeuner avec votre parent. Yes, is you just finished. You just took the dinner with your parents. Bien venons de prendre. Next one. Il dash boire un verre de thé. Il dash boire un verre de thé. Yes, il vient de boire. Don't change anything to the infinitive tense, Sanjina. You have to write the extra E also. So here the verre is a glass. Verre is a glass. He just finished, he just drank a cup or a glass of tea. Where is a glass? Just make a note of that. This is a new word that we come across. Where is a glass? The next one is le professeur vient d'expliquer. Amreen, D, E plus expliquer. So it should be vient d'expliquer. Vient d'expliquer. Vient d'expliquer. Vient d'expliquer. No, Nidhi. Yes, Amreen, yeah, now you're right. It is vient d'expliquer. Since the word is starting with a vowel, you always have to make sure, yes, il vient d'expliquer. Vers le jardin, towards the, sorry, the nouvelle lesson is the nouvelle lesson. So if you see, we have come across second time nouvelle. Nouvelle here is a new. Lesson is a lesson, right? Here below the C, you add an extra comma that makes C sound as S, and it looks like S also. So it is, there is a comma below C. This is a special character. So when you do that, it is actually a C, but the pronunciation is S. So it is lesson. Okay. The next one we have seen, my parents. Now here this is important. Can you give me, this is a reflexive verb. So what would be? Yes, Abhin, you're right. Vient de se diriger. So since it's infinitive, the se remains same and it comes along with the verb. Yes. The next one is les écrivains. Écrire is to.
Rahul, sorry to interrupt. The sir doesn't change here, is it?
The sir doesn't change. Professor. No.
No, vient the sir
Yeah.
diriger.
Yes, it doesn't change because the infinitive forms remain same. So when you say they go by themselves to the garden, okay, and you have seen this verb écrire. What is that? Écrire is to write, and when you say écrit, R-I-T, what is écrit? Wrote. It's a past tense. Yes. And now if you see, this is a root verb, and now if you write écrivain, that is someone who writes, the writer. So le écrivain dash terminer son nouvel livre, that is the writer. The answer would be third person. Venons de terminer. He had just finished. Terminer is to terminate. We have also seen this verb here. Terminer. Had just terminated or finished his nouveau livre. Here his new book. So now nouveau is also new. This is for masculine. Okay, the next one. Dash a muté dans un lycée loin de la ville. The answer is okay. I can't see. Yeah, we are the receiver. That is, we just received a mutation. He has just received a mutation dans lycée. Lycée is a school. Lycée is a school, and generally it's a primary school. École is also school, but it should generally be a higher school, like where 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th students go. And then you have Grande École. Grande École are universities. They are called Grande École. So lycée is like very small. Then you have École, and then you have Grande École, and then you have Université. That is same. So now you know the difference. Grande École could be uh, a big school, like a college or a school where you get your master's or bachelor's done. So university is like a university, proper university that you see here. So now you know the difference. Lycée, loin. Can anyone tell me this word loin? Loin is far. What is Ville? Ville. Is it villa? Yes, it is a city. Ville is a city. Okay. And the next one is les caravans dash repartis sur les Bruants. That is, these caravans viennent de repartir. Partir is to leave. Partir is to leave, and they have releft. Shoes. Can anyone tell me shoes? What is shoes? Under. Yes. When you say sur, it is on. Shoes is under. Le ciel. What is ciel? Le ciel. I think we did do the ciel is sun, and le lune is the moon. That's why you have the lunar eclipse. Lune is a moon. You call it lune. And sun is le ciel. Ciel, brouillon is shining sun. Brouillon is a shining sun. Yes. Amrin, yes, soil is also sun. Soil is also sun. Okay, the next one is the last one. Look at this. Is no dash gagner le pari. Gagner is to gain or to win. So the answer is we just won the gagné. Yes, we just won or we just got le pari. Pari here is not Paris, it is the bet or the gamble. We just won the gamble. When you say Paris, the pronunciation is Paris. You don't pronounce the extra S. It is Paris. Here it is Paris, but it is without a S. It is a bet or a gamble. Okay. Okay, so this slide actually sums up everything. So in next 2 minutes, I'll just quickly take you through the difference. So lire, if you know, is to read. La leçon is to read the lessons. Je lis is the present form. So it is lis, lit, lisson, lisse, and lesson. So I read, you read, he or she read, we read, you read, and they read. And the same thing when you do in passé composé, it is j'ai a, and the past participle is lu, which kind of got missed here. So it is j'ai a lu, tu as lu, elle a lu, nous avons lu, vous avez lu, ils ont lu, and elles ont lu. That is, I had read, you had read, we have read, they have read. And now we are coming to the passé récent. It is je viens de lire, I just read. Tu viens de lire, you just read. Nous venons de lire, we just read. And then when you come to the future form, you add the ending to the infinitive verb. But since the verb is a re ending verb, you remove the e and then you place the ending. Je liras, tu liras, il lira, elle lira, nous lirons, vous lirez, ils liront, and elles liront. That is, I will read, you will read, he or she will read, we will read, you will read, and they will read. Okay. So now in one slide, we have put one verb in all the 4 tenses that we have learned till date. The present tense, the past tense, the passé récent, the future tense. Is it clear? So you should be able to complete the next slide. That is this. So like I said you the other day, make a list of verbs with in this following format. Now here what you can do is write all the 4 tenses for all of these 5 important verbs, 5 or 6 important verbs. First is the er ending verb, second is the ir ending verb, third is the re ending verb, fourth is être and avoir, and the fifth is a reflexive verb, and the last one is sortir. The reason it is 14 is because in passé composé this verb comes under the 14 verbs. Okay, so before that what I will do is I'll try to copy paste this thing in the chat box. So just copy these things, and if you can solve and send, it will be great. We'll discuss this tomorrow again. Here remember in the brackets it is given present tense, that means you have to conjugate in present tense. If it is future, future tense. Passé composé, a proper past tense. Passé récent is a proper passé récent. Only one which are marked as red here, which is futur proche, that is near future. We didn't do this tense, so just leave that. Only the 3 sentences you can skip it, and others you can complete it. Is it doable? You can copy paste the questions from the chat. I don't know why the numbers are not coming. Okay, so with this we'll end the Passé Risson. Tomorrow we'll come back and look at some of the important cities of France, Paris. These are the cities of France. This is the city of Paris, and then we look at sentences which have got present tense, past tense, future tense, passé récent in the form of a conversation. Family we have already done, I guess. No, we didn't do. Yes, we'll do this. A small conversation again, a small conversation again, and then we'll look at imperative, that is imperfect tense. That is for tomorrow. So meanwhile, you just complete the following sentences, and we will look at this tomorrow. We'll do one, and then this also you can do it at your end. Okay, I think most of it for passé récent it is done for today. It's a very small and important topic which we finished today. Okay, so see you guys in the next class, and if you have any questions you can stay back. If you don't have any questions, you are good to go. Merci beaucoup. Bonne journée. Adama.